Welcome to this explainer. Look, right now, as we speak, there's a hidden threat to our digital security unfolding in the background. It's a completely invisible crisis, but it touches every single one of us, operating silently right under our noses.
So let me ask you a question. What if every secret you sent today was actually already stolen? You know that little lock icon in the corner of your web browser? We've all been trained to trust it, right? We just fire off our banking passwords, private messages, health records, totally assuming that tiny lock means we're perfectly safe. But what if that trust is completely misplaced? Imagine if the encryption keeping your daily digital communication safe is already compromised, and every secret you sent today is just sitting on a server somewhere waiting to be unlocked.
Well, this brings us to a concept known as Q-Day. Now, Q-Day isn't a specific date on a calendar, it's a capability milestone. It is the exact point in time when a quantum computer becomes powerful enough to break the widely used public key encryption standards, things like RSA and ECC, that currently secure the entire internet. When Q-Day actually arrives, those digital locks we rely on every single day, they don't just weaken, they become completely obsolete.
Section 1. Shattering the digital lock. Here's the wild part. The sheer contrast is mind-bending. Today's encryption works because it relies on math problems that are incredibly easy to set up, but basically impossible to reverse. I mean, for a classical computer, even the most powerful supercomputers on Earth today, to break this encryption, it would take billions of years. We're talking the lifetime of the universe. But quantum computers use fundamentally different physics. Thanks to a mathematical breakthrough known as Shor's algorithm, a sufficiently powerful quantum computer turns that impossible, universe-spanning math problem into a quick task that takes anywhere from a few hours to just 10 minutes.
Moving on to Section 2. Harvest now, decrypt later.
Honestly, the most terrifying part of this threat is that adversaries aren't waiting for quantum technology to be finished to start attacking you. Right now, petabytes of encrypted data are being intercepted and warehoused in massive data centers. Intelligence agencies, nation-states, cybercriminals, they're all executing a strategy explicitly known as harvest now, decrypt later. Because data storage has become so incredibly cheap, they are quite literally vacuuming up the world's encrypted internet traffic today. Sure, they can't read it yet, but they're stockpiling it. They're just waiting patiently for Q-Day to arrive so they can unlock the whole shebang. So the absolutely crucial point here is this. The damage is done at the moment of interception. You literally cannot retroactively patch a data breach. If someone intercepts your secure data today, the theft has already happened. Q-Day is simply the moment that the stolen data becomes readable. You can't unsend a message or unencrypt a file from 5 years ago. The vulnerability exists at the exact moment your data is harvested.
Section 3. Why you should care.
You might be sitting there thinking, okay, this sounds like a problem for massive tech companies and the government, but it actually comes down to a deeply personal concept for you and me: data shelf life. Not all data needs to be kept secret forever, but think about what gets exposed here. Your medical records need to stay private for your entire life. That's a 75-year shelf life. Your real estate contracts, banking histories, private emails, these are all things that will still be highly sensitive a decade from now. If this information is being harvested today, its future exposure could directly personally impact your privacy, your finances, and your identity.
Take cryptocurrency, for example. Because of how public ledgers actually work, 25% of all bitcoins are potentially exposed to quantum theft right this very minute. That is roughly $500 to $600 billion worth of assets. Why? Because the public keys for those wallets are already fully visible on the blockchain. They're just waiting for a quantum computer to derive the private keys and empty the accounts.
But wait, it goes way beyond just crypto. If a single major U.S. bank's Fedwire access is compromised in a one-day quantum attack, economic models estimate a massive macroeconomic shock. Somewhere between $2 and $3.3 trillion in GDP is at risk. That is a devastating cascade that would instantly hit everyday consumers. We're talking about affecting everything from your ability to buy groceries to the stability of your retirement savings.
Which brings us to Section 4, the Q-Day countdown.
Clearly, the stakes are astronomical here, and the timelines are shrinking rapidly. Q-Day is moving from some distant sci-fi concept to an imminent engineering reality. Just recently, a massive breakthrough from Google Quantum AI completely changed the math on this. For years, experts thought you'd need millions of physical qubits to break modern encryption, but Google demonstrated that through better error correction, it actually only takes roughly 1,200 logical qubits to break the encryption used in things like cryptocurrencies. The gap between what we have in the lab today and what is needed to break our security just plummeted. The threat literally moved from decades away to years away.
Let's look at the shrinking window here. The math translates into an undeniable countdown with rapidly accelerating deadlines. In 2024,
NIST finalized the new post-quantum standards. By 2027, the NSA is mandating these standards for new systems. But here's the real kicker. Google has publicly committed to migrating its own massive infrastructure by 2029. When the company actually building the quantum computers sets a 2029 deadline to protect itself against quantum computers, you know the threat is knocking at the door.
Finally, Section 5, the post-quantum solution.
Okay, take a breath. It's not all doom and gloom. We actually have the antidote today. It's called post-quantum cryptography, or PQC, and the absolute best news about it is that it doesn't require us to rebuild the entire internet with brand new sci-fi hardware. We don't actually need quantum computers to protect us from quantum computers. PQC algorithms are designed to run on our existing classical hardware. They can just be deployed via software updates at the network layer to wrap our current systems in quantum-safe encryption.
So, how do we pull this off and stop the hemorrhaging of sensitive consumer data? Organizations have a very clear 4-step migration path they must take right now. First, discover every cryptographic asset hiding in their networks. Second, prioritize the data with the longest shelf life, like those 75-year medical records we talked about. Third, start piloting these PQC software solutions immediately. And fourth, build crypto agility, which just means designing networks to easily swap out old security algorithms for new ones as the landscape evolves.
There's a quote from our source material that just perfectly captures the reality facing the tech and finance sectors right now. The organizations that start now will have the luxury of migrating on their own schedule. The ones that wait will eventually be migrating on someone else's. If the institutions holding your data wait until a quantum computer is fully operational, they've already lost. They absolutely must adopt these standards now on their own terms before it's too late for the everyday consumer. So, let's wrap this up, because ultimately, every single digital secret you have, every email, every bank transfer, every health record has a cryptographic expiration date. The harvest is happening right now, which means your digital privacy is already on a ticking clock. As consumers, we have to ask ourselves, are the institutions we trust truly ready for Q-Day? And more importantly, are you?